Like many of you, I spent more time at home over the past 9 months than ever before. As the global pandemic struck, I've heard from people worldwide they have found solace in looking up at the night sky and realizing that loved ones, even in different countries, share the same sky. Interest in astronomy and stargazing is burgeoning. Interest in nature-based tourism, including dark sky tourism, is also booming. But for some, they have looked up and wondered, where are the stars? Today, 55% of the world's population live in cities, a number projected to rise to 68% by 2050. Therefore, for most people around the world, light pollution is part of their daily life, whether they know it or not. For them, light pollution is more than losing the stars overhead. It's about light trespass. It's about wasted public resources, and yes, the inability to sleep in a dark room at night. Most of the people at this conference, I suspect, understand what light pollution is, and many of you I know are taking steps to address it in your homes and your communities. The vast majority of people on Earth, however, are not familiar with light pollution. They don't understand why it matters or the simple steps that they can take to reduce it. And yes, many do not know they are missing the stars overhead. To put it simply, light pollution is wasted light, light that serves no useful purpose for people. Light pollution is growing globally at twice the rate of population growth. Unless we take decisive actions now, these trends will accelerate. But why care about light pollution with so many other pressing issues? Light pollution is linked with 3 other crises that our planet is facing. Wildlife. Around the world, we're losing wildlife from habitat loss, habitat fragmentation, and a myriad of other reasons. Insects are declining at 9% per decade. There's been a 29% decline in birds in North America since the 1970s. We now have clear evidence that light pollution contributes to all of these declines. Light levels as low as 1 lux in the wrong time, in the wrong place, impacts wildlife. That's less light than a single birthday candle. Because of all this pervasive impact, a recent article in The Guardian called on light pollution to be regulated, as is air pollution and water pollution in many countries. And unlike other sources of stress, once light pollution is addressed, it is immediately removed as a threat. It's not like plastics in the ocean or a forest that needs to regrow. Second, the climate crisis. This clearly is the defining global issue of our time. Light pollution is a physical manifestation of wasted energy and hence carbon emissions. Despite the transition to energy-efficient solid-state lighting, there remains a lot of inefficient and wasted light in the world. There's evidence that in many places, the very fact that light is more efficient has spurred an increase in the consumption of light. Our world is getting brighter needlessly. Recent advances in solid-state lighting technology demonstrate that we can reduce light pollution and significantly reduce carbon emissions. We no longer have to choose between energy-efficient outdoor lighting and light pollution. Reducing light pollution reduces carbon emissions, no matter how energy efficient that lighting is. And third, social justice. A recent paper from the University of Utah found evidence of disparities in light pollution exposure based upon racial and social economic status here in the United States. Americans of Asian, Hispanic, or Black race ethnicity had exposures to light pollution in their neighborhoods that were approximately 2 times that of white Americans. This pattern of disparity mirrors those found in exposures to air and water pollution and is not acceptable. It is clear, therefore, that light pollution contributes to many of the issues facing the global community. What sets it apart from a technical perspective is we know how to address it. By using light wisely, we can have immediate impact and save money. What we lack is an understanding of what is at risk and the collective will to address it. That's why the conversations over the next 24 hours are so important. Light pollution does not recognize boundaries. To solve light pollution globally, we need to grow the community of dark sky advocates, which means identifying new avenues for engagement and new reasons for more people to care. I'm excited to hear from our distinguished presenters over the coming 24 hours and to launch the conference with Dr. Annette Lee discussing the cultural aspects of light pollution and why rebuilding our relationship with the sky is critical to tackling light pollution around the world. Thank you.